smile and say hello?
I just smiled.
Did you say hello?
Hello.
Weirdo. Dave's building again. You gotta love it when you have a husband whose hobby is building. So, hi there, Lorrie here, and this is my world. Welcome. I am out in our yard, and I just wanted to do a tour kind of to highlight the different changes that we've made in the yard this year, or that have been made in the yard this year, because there have been quite a few of them. Yeah, including the deck, and a whole bunch of other stuff that I'm going to take you around. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to splice it together with some pictures that I took at the beginning of the season and just have a look at the differences. I think that'll be fun. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. I really do appreciate every second you spend with us. So off we go. Which now is beautiful. And I'll have to look for some pictures to see if I can find anything of when we first got it, because that ramp wasn't there. We had dingy, well, you see those posts, those dingy white posts with that cheap metal stuff? That's what the deck was made out of. So this is the back. This is the shed. This is one of the areas that actually hasn't changed a whole bunch, but this has completely. This is our old septic tank. This path is new. Oh, and look who's coming.
I'm out here talking to nobody.
I'm talking to everybody. Say hello, honey.
Hello, honey.
Say hello, YouTube.
Hello, YouTube.
Dave is working. We'll get around to the other side and I'll show you what he's working on now, because I tell you what, this man is always working on something. I thought he was retired, but
yeah,
apparently he didn't get that memo.
Yeah, somebody didn't tell me that. Is it gonna rain?
I don't know. The sky is pretty blue. A few clouds. Oh, it's hard to say. It might. That's BC in the fall. Starting to get cold. Anyway, it is the end of October. This is the new
What is it?
septic drain field.
Oh, what is the grass?
It's grass. How wet is it? It's wet.
Well,
Probably too wet to mow. And you can see I put clover in the grass because I love clover and it's a fabulous ground cover. Love it, love it. It'll be filled with bees next summer, I'm sure, once it starts flowering. So this was all part of the yard. You can see it's been dug up and replaced with gravel. And it's got, looks like probably some deer prints in the gravel. And then this, if you remember, well, I'll show you. I'll show you what this looked like at the beginning of the year. It's quite the change. It's been all dug out, and the dining room has, or the dining room, the future dining room? No, I'm just kidding. The garage, or the car park, has been reframed in with some proper beaming and stuff so it's safe. And then Dave made these planters for out here, those ones he wanted to hide the ugly posts. And then this is as far as I got with the gnome garden. I had my pots out here with my roses in them, but my roses were doing horribly. So I moved all of my roses into the ground. I put 3 of them in that pot. I put 1 of them out in the front there. And then I took all the pots in and I'm going to pour paint on them. this summer so that they come out looking, or this winter, so they come out looking something like this. And then I'm going to use them for annuals out here in the gnome garden next year. I can see that my stuff is getting weathered already, but I'm going to leave it out here for at least another year before I pull it off and refresh it. Look at how huge that rosemary got. And our lilac bushes are bigger. The tree leaves are starting to die. That thing there is huge. And then look at the difference in the backyard. Big difference. A couple of new planters, new bench, new barrel. So we are expecting rain tomorrow and frost the next day. So today is the day I'm going to harvest everything else out of the garden and get it put in the house. And here's what Dave is doing. So he has framed this in with,
whatever you do, do not do this.
whatever you do, do not do this, he says. Yeah, he's having an issue with his doors fitting properly. We're going to leave him alone because he's frustrated, and when he's frustrated, he tends to cuss. So anyway, we're going to, well, I don't know that I'll pull all of my little gewgaws out yet, although I should if we're getting frost, especially that one there with the glass. But yeah, everything will get put away, and that's that. Look at my beautiful watermelon. It's bigger than my hand, so that's pretty cool. I don't know if it's completely ripe. However, it is heavy. Like, for its size, it's very heavy. It does have a light spot on the end here, but I am concerned because this didn't... The nearest tendril wasn't completely dead, and apparently that's what you're supposed to wait for. But we're getting frost tomorrow. So I pulled all of my peppers and my watermelon because I didn't want to lose them to frost. So I don't know what's the best thing to do. Do we chop it open now since we pulled it, or do we let it ripen on the counter for a day? I don't know. I should look that up. I think we're going to try it for dinner tonight, so that will answer that question, won't it? Aw, look at that. It's not right.
It's not right.
It's totally not right. Another week or so, it would not have made it. I wonder how it tastes. Even unripe, it tastes fabulous.
You can tell it's not right.
Yeah, it's not right, but it is sweet.
It is sweet. Like, if it had had another week before frost, it would have been fabulous. I'm definitely starting it earlier next year.
That's a good idea.
I have decided to try something different. Imagine that. So these are some bonsai trees, and I actually got them for David for Christmas, and he didn't show much interest in them. He read the instructions wrong, I think, because he said that they weren't going to even sprout for 4 to 6 years, but it's actually 4 to 6 weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and plant a few of these seeds. I've had them soaking actually for longer than they're supposed to, so hopefully that didn't ruin them, but I'm going to get them into these peat pods, and this is what came with the kit that I bought him. And yeah, I'll keep you posted on what happens with the bonsai.